immigration being such a focal point in the United States right now, there are a lot of stories out there about individuals who are losing their green card status, they're losing their permanent residency. So we receive a lot of questions around being a U.S. permanent resident, what your rights are as a U.S. permanent resident, and importantly, can ICE or Immigration Customs Enforcement take away your green card? Can ICE just show up at your door or detain you and then take away your green card? Well, the answer to that is no, not immediately. But they can start the process to have your green card taken away. So if ICE believes that you violated immigration laws, they can issue what is called a notice to appear and send your case to an immigration judge. And that's what we're going to talk about today. What does that look like? What does that mean? Well, if you're a lawful permanent resident in the United States, you do have legal protections. ICE cannot take away your green card on the spot. Instead, they must go through the legal process, and only an immigration judge can decide whether your status should be revoked. And here are some of the common reasons why ICE issues a notice to appear and tries to remove individuals from the United States who are otherwise here in lawful permanent resident status. Number one, criminal convictions. Certain crimes, including drug offenses and fraud, can make you removable or deportable from the United States. Immigration fraud. If you obtained your green card through false information, the government can challenge whether or not your status is valid. Abandonment of your residency. If you spend too much time outside of the United States as a lawful permanent resident, then you can abandon your status, and ICE can challenge your status, saying you've abandoned your status in the United States because you spent too much time abroad. And there are other immigration violations that they could use against you to challenge whether or not you've maintained your lawful permanent resident status in the United States, or whether or not you're removable from the United States. Most importantly, if you have an interaction with ICE, if you have received a notice to appear, do not ignore that notice to appear, because it could lead to serious consequences for you from an immigration perspective. We would advise that you always hire an immigration lawyer if you are in immigration proceedings. Attend your hearings, because missing those hearings can lead to an automatic removal order for you. And challenge the government's claims against you. It is the burden of the government to prove that you have not maintained your green card status, that you have violated that status, and you violated it to an extent that it would cause you to lose your status. And in the end, even if an immigration judge rules against you, you may still have the right to appeal your case and challenge that immigration ruling against you. The most important thing to remember here is that ICE cannot immediately take away your green card without due process. You do have rights as a green card holder. If you receive that notice to appear and you have concerns about your green card status, it is best to seek advice from a qualified U.S. immigration lawyer.